Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this beginner friendly tutorial I'll show you the pattern to crochet the tiny dog plush. This is a no-sew pattern and you can crochet one plush very quickly using your leftover yarn scraps. These little plushies would be perfect as little treats inside your Easter eggs. I hope you will crochet this along with me. Don't forget to check out the other no-sew tiny plush tutorials in my channel. Let's take a look at the materials needed to crochet this project. For this tutorial, I'm using super bulky yarn. This is burnout blanket yarn and I'm using a 6.5 mm crochet hook along with this. You can use any yarn for this project, but make sure to choose a hook that is 1 or 2 sizes smaller than the recommended hook size for your yarn weight. I would recommend you to crochet this project using bulky or super bulky yarn. You would also need scissors, yarn needles, stitch markers, safety eyes. For the project with super bulky yarn, I used 10 mm safety eyes, and for this project, I used a 7 mm safety eyes. This project is made using Big Twist Posh yarn and a 4.5 mm crochet hook. You would also need a black yarn and needle to embroider the facial details and some polyester fiber fill. The details of these materials are in the description box below. Let's get started working on the project. I will start the project by doing a slip knot. There are many different methods to do a slip knot. Here I will be showing you one way. So to do so, I will take my yarn and I will wrap it around one finger and I will cross it over at the point where the yarn meets. Next, I will pinch here and take this little loop out. This is shaped like a lowercase e. Now I will insert my hook inside this loop. I will yarn over and bring a loop, and this yarn is from the skein end. So once when I have a loop over here, I will take the tail and I will pull it tight, and this forms a knot over here, and this is the slip knot. Now I will adjust the tension of the loop on the hook. To do so, I will grab the tail and the yarn from the skein and I will pull it in opposite directions, and this is how I would be adjusting the tension. All we want is this loop not to be too loose or not too tight, and our hook should be able to move freely. If you would like to make this a little bit looser, all you have to do is hold the stitch and then you have to pull the hook upwards. In that case, it would become bigger. And if you want to make it tighter, you just have to pull both the yarn. So now let's get started on the project. I will be doing a total of 5 chains here. So to do a chain, I will be holding this knot over here and I will hold the yarn from the skein at this point, and then I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there I have made 1 chain. I will make 4 more chains here so that we have a total of 5 chains. So now I will be crocheting the round 1 stitches on these chains. So in the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain and this is the second chain. Here I will be crocheting 2 single crochets in the same chain. So to do a single crochet, I will insert my hook in the chain and then I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now I will have a total of 2 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through both the loops at once. This is 1 single crochet. I will do 1 more single crochet in the same chain over here. So I will insert my hook in the same chain and I will work another single crochet. Now in the next 2 chains, I will be working 1 single crochet each. So in the next chain, I will insert my hook and I will work 1 single crochet. And I will do that in the next chain as well. Now I'll be at the last chain over here. In here, I will be doing 2 single crochet in the same chain. As you can see, the project has turned over, and now I will be crocheting the stitches on the other side of our chain over here. So in the next 2 chains, I will be working 1 single crochet each. So I will be working the single crochets on the same chain that we did the single crochet, but in the other side. So once when I complete the stitches, I will be taking a stitch marker and I will place it in the last stitch of round 1. Round 1 will have a total of 8 single crochet. In this project, we will be working in rounds and I will not be joining at the end of each round with a slip stitch. For round 2, I will do 3 double crochet bobble and a single crochet in the next stitch. Because we are working in the round, the very first single crochet of round 1 would be the next stitch. So I will work the 2 stitches of round 2 in that stitch. So to do a 3 double crochet bobble, I will yarn over, insert my hook on top of the stitch. So we will have 2 loops at the top of the stitch which is shaped like a V. I will be inserting my hook in those 2 loops. Now I will yarn over and bring a loop. I will have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now I will yarn over, insert my hook in the same stitch again, and then I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now I have a total of 4 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and now there will be 3 loops remaining. I will yarn over, insert my hook in the same stitch, and then I will yarn over and bring a loop. Now there'll be a total of 5 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now there'll be 4 loops remaining. I will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops at once. And this stitch is called as the 3 double crochet bobble. Now in the same stitch, I will be doing 1 single crochet. So I will insert my hook in the same stitch, and I will work 1 single crochet here. And after completing that stitch, we can flip the bobble stitch so that it's on the outside over here. And now in the next stitch, I will be working 1 single crochet and 1 3 double crochet bobble. So I will work my single crochet first, followed by 3 double crochet bobble. Now in the next 2 stitches, I'll be working an increase or 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So I will insert my hook in the next stitch, and I will work 2 single crochets here, and I will do that in the next stitch as well. Now we'll be at the corner stitches over here. So here I will be doing 3 double crochet bobble and a single crochet in the same stitch. And now in the next stitch, I will do 1 single crochet followed by 3 double crochet bobble. Now we will have 2 more stitches remaining here. I will do 2 single crochet or an increase in the next 2 stitches. So now I'm in the last stitch. I will remove my stitch marker here, crochet and increase in the stitch. And once when I complete this single crochets, I will place the stitch marker back in the last stitch. So this is round 2. Round 2 will have a total of 16 stitches, including the 4 bobble stitches. These bobble stitches would be the legs for our project. Now for round 3, I will do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, followed by an increase in the next 2 stitches. So in the next stitch, I'll be working 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and I will do that in the next stitch as well. Now I will do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. And now I'll be at the corner over here. I will do an increase in the next 2 stitches. That is 2 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And I'll have 5 more stitches to be completed. I will be working 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. And this is how the project will look at the end of round 3. The next 3 rounds, that is rounds 4, 5 and 6, I'll be following the same pattern. The pattern is 1 single crochet all the way around. Each round will have a total of 20 single crochet. So I will be working 1 single crochet like this in all the stitches, and I will complete 1 round. And then I will repeat that for the next 2 rounds. So I will work on this off camera, and I'll meet you once when I complete round 6. This is how the project will look at the end of round 6. Now for round 7, I will do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now I will crochet the ear. For the ears, I will do chain 5. And a half double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So this is the first chain, this is the second chain, and this is the 3rd chain. In here, I will do a half double crochet. To do a half double crochet, I will yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over and bring a loop. Now there's a total of 3 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This stitch is called as the half double crochet and it is slightly taller than the single crochet. Now I'll do another half double crochet in the next chain. We will have one more chain remaining here. I will do one single crochet here. And now I will join with a slip stitch at the post of this single crochet. So to do so, I will insert my hook inside the stitch like this on this post, and then I will do a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, I will yarn over, bring a loop through the stitch and through the loop on the hook. So there we have made one here. Now let's continue working on the stitches in this round 6. So I will do one single crochet in the next 5 stitches. And now I will work my second yarn. So I will do chain 5 followed by a half double crochet in the third chain from the hook, a half double crochet in the next chain, a single crochet in the next chain, and I will do a slip stitch in the post of the single crochet. Now I will do one single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Followed by a single crochet decrease or a single crochet 2 together twice. To do so, I will insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over, bring a loop. Now there's 2 loops on the hook. I will insert my hook inside the next stitch, I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now there's a total of 3 loops on the hook. We would have taken 2 stitches in the bottom. Now I'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This stitch is called as a single crochet decrease or a single crochet 2 together. I will repeat this stitch one more time. Now it's time to crochet the tail. For the tail, I will do chain 5. Followed by a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain and this is the second chain. Here I'll insert my hook and I will do a slip stitch, that is yarn over, bring a loop through this chain and through the loop on the hook, and I will do a slip stitch in the next chain as well. Now there's 2 more chains remaining. I will work one single crochet in each chain. And after completing the tail, I will join with a slip stitch in the post of this single crochet here. And there we have completed the tail. Now I will do a single crochet 2 together one more time. And we'll have 3 more stitches remaining here. I will work one single crochet in the next 3. So it is in this round we have crocheted the 2 ears and the tail. And this is how the project will look at this time. Now let us crochet the last round for our dog, which is round 8. In this round, I'll be following a repeat pattern. The repeat pattern starts with a single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease. So I will work a single crochet decrease here. Now I will push the ear outside and we will be working directly on the round 8 stitches. We will skip working around the ears. So the next stitch in the repeat pattern is one single crochet. So in the next stitch of round 7, I'll work a single crochet. This is the repeat pattern. I'll repeat this 2 more times over here. So I will work one single crochet decrease followed by another single crochet and single crochet decrease here. So this time the ear is in the middle. So for the decrease, I will take one stitch from here and the other stitch from here, that is after the ear, and then I will work one single crochet here. So this is the end of round 8. After this round, I will skip all these stitches and I will join with a slip stitch in the very first stitch of round 8, that is the stitch after the stitch marker. Then I will fasten off over here, leaving a long tail. We will be using this tail to close the head first and then the body, so make sure the tail is long enough. To fasten off, I will leave a long tail. Then I will trim the yarn over here. Next, I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook and bring this tail all the way through. And then I will pull it tight to secure it over here. And this is the completed dog. Now let us attach eyes to the project. You can embroider the eyes or you can use a safety eyes like how I'm using here. This is 10 mm safety eyes. I will be inserting the eye in round 7. I'm using a hot glue gun to secure the back of the safety eye. Now I'll stuff this dog with polyester fiber fill. For that, I'm taking my polyester fiber fill. I will break it apart into smaller pieces before I stuff it. This would allow us to shape the project more easily and also would prevent bulky spots at certain places. Now let us close the opening. First, we will be closing the opening of the head. For that, I will take my yarn needle and I will thread the tail in it. So to close this opening, I will insert the needle in the front loop of all the stitches remaining in the last round, which is round 8, not the body stitches but just the head. So when we are working on a stitch, we will be inserting our hook inside the 2 loops that is at the top of the stitch, which is shaped like a V. The loop that is towards you is the front loop and the loop that is away from you is the back loop. So I will be inserting my needle in the front loop only. So because round 8 has a total of 6 stitches, I'll be inserting my needle in 6 stitches here. After that, I will pull the tail. See how the opening is getting smaller and smaller, and when you pull it, it closes completely. So now I will bring this needle on the inside to the body stitch over here, that is the stitch of round 7. Now let us close the body. For that, I will place the round 7 stitches together like this and I will sew it up. I will be using both the loops when I'm sewing this close. I will insert my needle in one stitch on this side and the stitch on the other side of the body. And after that, I will weave in the tail. To weave in the tail, I will insert my needle next to the last stitch over here and I will bring the needle on the inside of our project through the stuffing and I will pull it out in any random spot. Do not pull it too tight because we do not want our project to lose the shape. So once when you have the yarn out, you can take the needle out and trim the yarn over here. This is the completed dog blush. The next step is to embroider the mouth and nose. I'm using a black worsted weight yarn and needle and I will embroider the nose. You can also choose to use the safety nose. And this is the completed dog blush. You can also attach a key ring to the project to finish it as a keychain. I hope you enjoyed crocheting this along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.